Mr. Mahavir Rawat, sports journalist, with us on the broadcast. Many thanks, Mr. Rawat, for taking out the time. It's good to see you back on News 9. What does one make of this? People are saying we're being unfair to the hitman, this is unjust. But on the other hand, they say, how long can you emotionally take some of these calls? And the numbers speak for themselves. So what's your reading? What's your assessment? Is the common man making mountains out of molehills?
Look, I have just two sayings with me, because I am a very big fan of Hollywood movies. So there is a dialogue in, The Dark Knight, when they say that either you live long enough, either you die a hero, or you live long enough to become a villain. And then there is Sunil Gavaskar, who said that you should always retire when people say why rather than why not. And right now, what I personally feel for the last 6 months is that that's the one question that's coming out, is that why not Rohit? I mean, and over the past 10 years, I feel that, the way to exit gracefully from cricket field has just gone. I mean, just look at the way one of the greatest players of India
Yeah.
has produced Virat Kohli. I mean, he has not even got a test send off. Even T20 send off, he was not there. And Ben Stokes, the way they are retiring nowadays, as if you have to literally sack them because they are not ready to go away. And that really pains me as a player, because there was a time when players used to announce that this is my last series, whether I make 300s in a row or whether make I three ducks, I'm going to retire. So your family comes, your friends come, the partners in the journey who come here. And now here, the player has to
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
justifying that I am fit, let me play, this is a chance, I have a lot of cricket left in me. Trust me, I left playing cricket professional way long back, but I still feel that as a
But
man,
do
I
you,
still feel
Mr.
that there's
Rawat,
a
do
lot
you
of
blame
cricket
them?
left
Do you
in me.
blame them? I know the numbers aren't really siding
No,
with
it is not
Rohit
about
Sharma
blaming
right
them.
now, but when he takes the
It's
pitch, when he comes and stands on the pitch, when he takes the crease, I mean, you still feel hopeful that this next ball is being smashed out of the park.
No, no, but whom did he replace? He replaced Virender Sehwag and Gautam Gambhir. Like Virender Sehwag, and everyone said that how can someone replace Virender Sehwag? Look, no one is bigger than the
Fair
game,
enough.
and it's very fair that since Rohit took someone's place, someone else will take his place. And look at the players waiting in the wings. There is
Yeah.
Yashasvi Jaiswal, there is Vaibhav Suryavanshi. I mean, we should tell Rohit Sharma that, look, buddy, you did a great job for India. There was a time in the phase,
So,
2012, 13, 14, 15, whenever you came, he scored big. And he not only scored big, he scored huge. And he was one of the top batsmen. But everything has got a time, and
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't pick and choose. And it's very sad to see, you asking players why not is he retiring, then you say why is he retiring.
Mr. Rawat, how credible do you think these reports are that are emerging out of England at this point in time?
I'm sure someone is leaking the news, and I'm sure that the journalists over there, they are, the best way to read a team's preparation is when you go to the net practice. You see who are the players who are batting initially, then who are bowling. So you get a team idea. Just if you are a good journalist, you just observe the nets and you understand what is happening there. So I'm sure the news that are coming from very reliable sources, and there is no point. Even I know for a sure that the team has said, and looking at the kind of relationship that Gautam Gambhir has had with
Yeah,
senior
yeah,
players,
yeah.
and there is a message clear that, look, we don't want him, but if BCCI wants him to continue, we will just raise a hand.
Rohit's recent ODI performances, we have his last ODI, figures. We'll flash them on our screens as well. But have Rohit's recent ODI performances made this decision easier for the selectors, regardless of his long-standing legacy? What's your take on that?
Look, what happens when you are at this very fag end of your career is that, look, had he been a 18-year-old, we would have told, he's just a beginner, let him do. So these scores won't harm you
Yeah.
as a beginner. But when you are a fag end, there's a kind of responsibility and there's a kind of role that you have. And I still feel that, whether Rohit Sharma or Yashasvi Jaiswal or anyone who comes, it's not how he plays, it's what role he has. And he has not been able to capitalize that role that he has. And also, there's a reason that people want your team to win, because if a team is winning, these failures just hide somewhere. But if you keep losing, then these failures just become more and more bigger. And being a senior and more decorated player, you are the one who is going to come under fire. So I personally feel that it's quite fair that he is being criticized, because there is a certain role that he has not been able to perform. And now what I am seeing is the one Rohit we call him Hitman, who used to dominate, is just trying to survive there, giving himself more time, and then he's getting out. So
Yeah.
last match, I think he got 26 from 45 deliveries, which is
Yeah.
very odd. So he's just trying to struggle there, and you don't want to see such a star player struggling over
And you
there.
can
We
see
have seen
that
him
difference
dominate.
because on the other end was Shubman Gill with those cracking shots, something that we've seen Rohit Sharma play himself. But you see, this is turning out to be a situation, Mr. Rawat, where a great player eventually reaches a stage, and we've got some other examples as well, a great player that eventually reaches a stage where the team has to move on before the player is actually ready to move on. And I think that Dark Knight quote again comes in handy.
And I don't understand why it is so difficult. Maybe look, are not look, my hundreds of crores are not on online, so I can easily say that. Look, yeah, it's why don't he? Why? But his captaincy is not. He doesn't know where does he play the IPL in, because in Mumbai, everyone knows what happened with him. They took away the captaincy and gave it to Hardik Pandya. So his future is there in doubt. His crores of monies of investment is in doubt, and his legacy is in doubt. So I'm sure he has so much on stake, because once you retire from all the formats, even the IPL team franchises want to give captaincy to those players whom they see as a captaincy material for Team India or a permanent member in Team India. So I'm sure there's a lot of stake for Rohit Sharma, but of all the
What
people,
happens? What happens, Mr. Rawat, if at Lords he comes out smashing a double hundred? I mean, I know I'm putting in a
I think
hypothetical
that would be
situation.
a bigger stage to retire. I think that would be a bigger stage to retire. Whether he scores a double hundred, whether he scores a duck, I think he should just leave it gracefully. Or if he is not, then I think he should leave his fate to the selectors. I mean, you can't dictate your terms when you're not performing well.
Okay. And Yashasvi Jaiswal, one of those, shining young talent that's coming out. If, let's say, Yashasvi Jaiswal doesn't get the next 15 to 20 ODIs, when exactly does India prepare him for the next World Cup? That's a big question as well
So yeah,
for the selectors.
look, I always have a feeling. Look, we have always grown up in a system where West Indies was just fading out, and Australia started dominating in '96 when they had this team of invincible heroes. And they have a cycle World Cup to World Cup. Now, if captain feels that, or the coach feels, where Gautam Gambhir has made the captain redundant and he has made the manager more important, where he feels that, look, yeah, I don't find him fit for this kind of cricket. So let's accept this. And I find it, I mean, from Rohit Sharma, the kind of person we know, he forgets things. He's such jovial in nature. He has got this easy life. I'm finding it very difficult what's making him hang back.